So the Ford Motor Company has come out and announced that they will be producing a type of car that I guess you could say is going to be competition towards Tesla. And they didn't just pick any old type of car either. Oh, no, 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 no. They're going with what some might consider Ford's most popular car. Obviously, F-150, we're going to call that one a truck. So Ford's most popular car, the Mustang. They're coming out with an all-electric Mustang, the Mustang Mach-E. Let's take a look at their trailer for this new Mustang, and then we'll discuss.
Should have seen this coming. A stampede unleashed 55 years ago. An icon built for freedom, the open road, power, and rebellion. And just when you think you know where they're going, they do something unexpected.
Something that moves us all forward.
And holds nothing back. The all-electric Mustang Mach-E.
The newest member of the family.
Well. Now, some of you are probably wondering, okay, what does this have to do with anything? You're covering politics, you're covering jobs. What does Ford's new Mustang have to do with any of this? Bear with me. So there's a lot of people who still feel the sentiment out there, buy American. Give you a point in case. Now, I have a 1990 Ford F-150, okay? My wife has a 2012 Dodge Avenger. Wasn't my choice in cars, but for my daily driver, I have a 2013 Toyota Camry. And it has sold me. That Camry rides wonderfully. It's great gas mileage, smooth ride, great car. And there's not much of a mileage difference between that car and my wife's car. There's also only a year's difference in the model. And my car is definitely, not to say my wife's car is in bad shape, but as far as body, pieces on the inside and whatnot, it's holding up much better than my wife's is. Her cluster panel for the window coming loose. Okay. Sun visor, clips broke. None of that stuff's wrong in my car. So Toyota pretty much sold me. But I have a grandpa who, he rode in it. And I don't get why he flipped his position for some reason, but when he rode in it, he's like, this thing rides like a Cadillac. Oh, he loved it. Then, of course, later on we got to talk about it. He's like, well, I want one, but I won't buy one of them. It won't hold up for the long haul. I only buy American. I only want American. That's why he only buys like GM, and he's had Chevys and GMCs. Now, his first car he ever bought was a Ford Thunderbird. Way back a long time ago. Okay? Now, people tend to want to stick to Dodge, Ram, Jeep, Chevy, and GM product or Ford because they think they're getting American. And a lot of these people, especially old school people, look out and they see the brands like Toyota, they see Honda, they see all these other companies, and they say, oh, foreign made stuff, trying to hurt the American ones. Well, so a lot of those companies actually still have, they have plants all around the world too, but some of them actually have plants here in the United States. Toyota builds cars in the United States. Matter of fact, I think all the Tundras are built down in Texas. Okay? Now, how about this Mustang Mach-E? Good old American muscle, right? Not quite. Because this is some Latino muscle. Because she's getting built in Mexico. Not here. Mexico. That ain't American muscle. So, all these big, large car companies slowly and surely keep outsourcing more and more and more of their jobs. Look what GM just did. Okay? Now, of course, the Trump administration, when they first came into office, tried to really push back hard on them shipping out. They tried to convince Ford to stay and keep a plant, and Ford did. But why is this getting built in Mexico? See, you might have convinced one to stay. How about President Trump convincing some more of those plants to come back to the United States? You didn't get that done, right? Why is that? Well, possibly because you have taken the correct approach with China, and I know there's a lot of people who are going to disagree because Canada and Mexico are our allies, but when you negotiated your new free trade agreement, basically, with Canada and Mexico, a lot of people have referred to it as NAFTA 2.0. Now, it still has not become law yet, but in the long run, I don't think any of these companies are seeing the incentive to come back to the United States, because there's really only one thing that's going to start bringing these companies back to the table where they've outsourced all these jobs, and that is tariff taxes. You have to use the old school Democrat ideology of protectionism, something Republicans loathed. And that's why a lot of the establishment Republicans went after Trump with a stick when he threatened to put tariff taxes on China. The problem with Trump is it's like he wants to use tariff taxes as a negotiating tactic to try and get a trade deal together. But free trade deals just don't work, man. Now, I know there's a lot of people who say, well, when you use those tariff taxes, you're entering into trade wars. That's going to hurt the consumer. It's going to cause the price of things to go up. And as I've said before, unfortunately, that's going to be a pain that is going to have to happen for us to ever finally fix this mess. In the meantime, while we're dealing with that pain, that is where the federal government should be spending money on trying to ease that pain for the American citizens by either putting money back into your hands to get you through it, stimulus packages for the American people or whatever, instead of spending all this money on war. Period. Okay? But nonetheless, Ford has already shown again, yeah, that whole buying American, made in America, stand for your country, show your pride, and buy American. No. No. And what's worse is the fact, like, take GM, for example, the way they've been outsourcing all these jobs over time. And GM used to make really good, really durable vehicles. Now, if one caught fire, I wouldn't piss on it to put it out there, such pieces of crap. Now, for all you GM lovers out there, please don't give me a thumbs down over that comment. Give you a point in case, okay? Previous job that I used to work at, that company bought 2 Chevy Silverados, okay? The first one blew a head gasket with less than 500 miles. What kind of a new Silverado way back in the golden days of GM would have blown a head gasket at under 500 miles on the whole engine truck? Okay, so they had it under warranty, got it fixed, get it back by 1,500 miles, more engine trouble, has still under warranty, but has to have a new engine put in it. Meanwhile, its twin, and this was a 2015, by the way, by July of this year, before I left that job, went through 3 fuel pumps, 2 sets of fuel injectors, a transmission rebuild twice, an engine rebuild once. And that's just to name a few things that went wrong with that truck. They bought them both at the same time. Same year, same model. The only difference, One was a long bed, one was a short bed. One had hand crank windows, one had power windows. One had a backup camera, one didn't. That's the only differences. Both were single cabs, both were meant to be work trucks at that facility. And they were pieces of junk. So the point is, they're making stuff cheaper, they're making stuff crappier, and all the while, here's the kicker. Ford, GM, all these people who have sent their jobs to these other countries, what are they going to do? Focus their market solely on Mexico? Did you watch that trailer? It looked to me like they were trying to pitch this to the American audience, showing the horses, trying to get that American homeland feel in the commercial, the cities. Yeah, they're definitely trying to pitch this to the American market. Yet they don't feel strongly enough about that American market to stick to their country and stand up for their country and help their country's people by opening these jobs in their country and making it in the United States. They're not quite that patriotic. So it is for that very reason, for all the people who genuinely believe that if you go with one of those three, you're buying some big product, sticking true to American. At this point, they're all making these cars all over the world anyway. Ford is about as patriotic and true to their country as Benedict Arnold. Pure and simple. They sold that out when they started outsourcing all these jobs, and now they've got a brand new Mustang, innovative, gonna be electric, trying to compete with Tesla, could really be a great product, and they don't even feel patriotic enough to build it in the United States. So you know what, Ford? If that's your mentality, I'm just going to keep buying Toyotas. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Independent Report. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up and like the video. Also, if you have any questions or comments that you'd like to ask or topics you'd like us to cover, please drop a comment in the comment box below. And also, please subscribe to the channel. And if you do subscribe, ring that bell so you'll stay up to date when we drop new videos and you'll get notifications of it. And also, please support us on Patreon. Funds are going to be used to grow and improve this channel so we can reach more and more people and spread the message that the mainstream media doesn't want to tell people. We hope you'll tune in next time.